What a great introduction. It's desert strike time, my friends. Huh? What time is it, huh? Perfect time to play, to cast a replay coming from my Polish warrior, Elemento. Yeah. This time I have a tea with me. Need to, drink a little bit more tea and less coffee. Maybe this is healthy, I don't know. But I try. I like to try new things. Okay. Elemento surprise us with a new replay that I'm about to cast. And the title of this video or replay, New Unbeatable Meta Opening by Didi. Watch and learn how to play. Okay, let me quickly take my some paper to write down new strategies. Here I have a lot of paper already prepared in advance, because when Didi plays, you always have to, like, timing. You need to, like, see what is he doing and when is he doing. This is very important. Unfortunately, my papers are already here full of, scripts, but I will find some empty pages, no worries. Now I need something to write. Take your time, my friends. Take also your time, and I found a biro. Okay, I'm ready, my friends. We have a... Oh, this is actually a 3 versus 3, and you tell me... Okay, I'm open-minded, my friends. I'm always opened for new strategies to learn, new views on the world, and yeah. Okay, we watch and learn how to play, my friends. As I see, Elemento, StarLuk, and Didi were playing against the top 3 players here, and we only can learn here. That this is, this strategy, if this works against these Big Daddy, Rompa Vompa, and Valek, then, my friends, it works against anybody. It works also against, yeah, to stay politically neutral. We don't say names, yeah, not that someone feel offended. Okay, Big Daddy, as I said, Rompa Vompa, Valek. Okay, Didi seems to be the star of this video, as I understood. So that's why we are going to... Okay, what do we have? TTT against PTT. Well, okay. It actually should be like already GG instant, because they have mono race, but okay. Okay. Wait. I need to have some sound and some Didi camera. I'm sorry, this is a little bit very, very slow here. Okay, Didi, wait, did he check? Okay, Didi does not watch any Uran uncut gameplay, my friends. He doesn't care. He doesn't care who his teammates are. Just take gas. Oh, he gets scanned. Okay. Step 1. He scanned me. Step 1, take gas. Okay, step 1, take gas. Step 2, check teammates. noticed. Wrote down. Noticed is something else. Okay, they get scanned. I mean, we obviously don't know, or they obviously didn't know the races of their enemies, so they were not knowing from before that they have mono races. I will slowly drink my tea. Okay, second spawns, and we see another turn. Okay, TT. Yeah, very nice, very, very nice. Elemento. Step 3, mineral investment. First, build like 1 second before you spawn 1 sentry. Is it 1? It's 1. Okay, 1 sentry to sell your race. Okay. And yeah, step 4, take gas. Second gas. Okay. Guardian shield to protect your army, of course, because there is a lot, you know. Manually activated, of course. Oh, the tea is good. Well, I guess step 3, go tier 2 and make zealots. You know what I was asking myself recently? This is maybe for you guys a stupid question. Yeah, okay, my friends. I wrote everything down. This is, I mean, I have not even, you know, the right to write these holy steps down on my dirty paper because I don't deserve this magic from Didi, you know. Okay, we understand. Just rush gas and go tier 3. But what I was asking, you know, I was asking myself, is it worth to build 3 sentries? Because in my understanding, 1 guardian shield, independent, like if all the units are in this shape of guardian shield, then I believe that it's independent how much guardian shields you have, like how much sentries you have. I guess your army gets +1, or is it +1? Let me check. +2. It gives you +2 shields. So question is, I believe this is not like this how I say. I believe it's not like that each sentry is giving +2 shield, because if this would be the case, then sentries would be really overpowered, and it would be really, I think, enough to have, for example, like look at this. Reapers are doing 5 damage. If each Guardian Shield would give 2 defense, then this in total is like 6 defense. So Reapers are supposed to do 0 damage, but this is not the case. I think it's honestly enough. So, my friend Didi, go back to school and learn some mathematics, okay? Because here these 2 sentries, they're just wasted. Because it doesn't matter whether you have 3 or whether you have 1. In the end, your army, if your army is of course not big, but if your army fits like into one sphere, then 1 sentry is enough. Okay, so teal ghost has ghost reapers. Red, which one is red? Big Daddy. This is like the first one, I think. Marines, quite normal from him. StarLuk is this? Yeah, StarLuk is going vultures and ravens. In my opinion, 1 sentry is enough. This Big Daddy, in my opinion, is making the right things at the moment against Archons. In my opinion, you always have to do Marines, then Medivacs, and then maybe, depending on situation, Ravens, Benji. Yeah, seems like Ravens, Vultures is some kind of new strategy, but in 3 versus 3 I really don't know whether this is... Like against randoms, yeah, but... I believe this is really very, very rare. Maybe in 5% of the games maybe can work. But of course, if you play for win, then I believe you would never do such things. But if you of course play for, you know, experiments, trying something new, learn something new, then this is a nice strategy to go, because this is the way when you learn whether something works. This is, by the way, also something that I want to say for the 2 versus 2 game with Firelord fly fishing against Didi and StarLuk. I remember I was talking about that I wouldn't do brutes. Yeah, it was Zerg Terran against Zerg. And I remember I was saying something like that in the situation of StarLuk, I wouldn't do broodlords. I would completely, from the beginning, focus on corruptors. This is also the case. I mean, these are the words to which I stand. If I, of course, would play for the win, I would for sure definitely play corruptors. But here, I just wanted to, that all the viewers also have a little bit understanding that not every player plays for the win. I mean, sometimes okay, when there is like some competitive game and when you have like players with a reputation and stuff, but sometimes you just want to have fun, good evening, and enjoy a little bit the game. And sometimes it is also, it is when you play all the time the same, this can be sometimes really boring. And that's why sometimes you want to find out something, and then you start to experiment new stuff, new strategies, and then maybe you can find out on this way whether something works or not. Risk of this is of course that you lose the game. But this is actually also a reason why a lot of people are afraid we just have watched that ghosts and Thors are attacking the mines. So one thing of what a lot of people are afraid of is to try new things out, because there is the risk that you lose the game. And that's why many people are scared to experiment, try new stuff out, because they don't want to, just look like fools and give away the game. But I honestly, I support it when people try something new out, and new strategies maybe come alive. Because this is also the way of development, I would say. There's some saying I remember, like if you don't fail, then you're not even trying. And usually when you fail, then you switch from Reapers to Marines from Elemento. This is nice, or more efficient. So I just wanted to say that you need, when you want to, for example, try out something new. I mean, mostly new stuff has more a tendency to not work. And then like you have like 10 experiments, 20 experiments that does not work. But then the 21st experiment suddenly works. And then you look, and then people start to see, oh, this has potential, and then they start to copy. So what they see, what later the community, for example, later the community uses, or the players, like this is in every game, people always use that works. And this is honestly also like a bit a honor for those people who invented some strategies, but many people do not know that, for example, to invent a strategy, there's like hundreds of failed tries and experiments behind it. So this is something that people, for example, that people play in Terran versus Protoss, like this strategy, Marines, Benjis, Ravens, or whatever. This didn't came like from one day on the next day. People were playing like BCs and Vikings before, but then some guy, it was not me, someone invented the strategy. Maybe before he was also or she was also trying and sweating, and then strategy was invented, and then suddenly everybody who is a little bit advanced is playing this Benji strategy against Protoss. I thought we have some new unbeatable meta opening by Didi. Okay, I was a little bit philosophing because I wanted to, add something that belongs to the old game, to the previous game that I casted, the 2 versus 2 game. I just wanted to say that it was not a game, just to make the things very short and clear. It was not a game where maybe, okay, the 2 Zergs maybe were playing for the win, okay. The other 2 players probably also were playing for the win, but they were experimenting, so they were like playing to learn something. And when you play to learn something, then you play and try something new out. So actually you lose here. Or 40 seconds. This, by the way, my friends, is also a game which I can see it here. Okay, Elemento was playing, I would say, pretty stable in this game. He was not playing for experimenting and stuff. He was playing like normal. Here, these 2 candidates, I would say, were more experimenting something. I mean, here I can for sure say vultures, ravens. This is hopefully not a tactic that you really, I hope so, think that it is seriously working. I mean, it is working against some random bops, like to use some high IQ vocabulary. Yeah, to win the game, Reapers, Stalkers, that's it, easy win. Here I think we don't need to deeply analyze the game in detail, what could have done better. Yeah. That was a very nice new unbeatable meta opening by Didi, my friends. We learned a lot, and now we for sure can play much better than before. And well, what I can say, my friends, I mean, if you play yeah, honestly, I mean, if you maybe I will think to start to play some 1v1 and cast it parallel or stuff like this, because I think the 3v3 maybe begin to get maybe a little bit boring, but I'm not sure here. Yeah, anyway, I mean, in against a mono race, I mean, this is very obvious what you need to do there. The two Terrans are doing the Reapers, and then depending on the situation, maybe Vikings, maybe Thors, maybe BCs. And yeah, the Protoss, in this case Didi, he had a very, very simple task, and this is just Colossus and Stalkers. But this is if they would play for the win. If they want, yeah, if you want to experiment, then okay, this is absolutely no problems. Maybe I should also, but I don't know. Maybe I can play a bit and say some stuff. Babka в кедах. Geralt from Riva. Also, by the way, a Polish game design studio. Or actually, game development studio. Not Geralt, this Red Project something. Yeah, anyway, what I wanted to say, yeah, about experimenting, I wanted to say something. You know, I like to experiment, but I don't like to experiment. For example, I very like the experiments of StarLuk and Didi in the previous game, in the 2 versus 2 game. Because this was more like something skillful, and we actually have seen that it has worked a little bit here and there for 5-10 minutes. For 5-10 minutes. But I don't like to experiment something like in this game. This guy probably just watched the game. He learns from Didi, my friends. What I wanted to say, I don't like to, experiment some stuff that I from the beginning already know that it is not gonna work. I like to experiment something that has more quality, has more, intelligence behind it. And not like, if I know from the beginning that vultures, I mean, I'm sorry for all the people who love vultures, but vultures you can do this for fun against randoms, but it has maybe some win rate chance of 5% or even less, because this is immediately -1 player. Immediately, my friends. You cannot sell, like, alone the fact that you cannot sell this vultures, this shitures. Okay, what do we have? Terran is Protoss, right? No, what? Terran Zerg Protoss. And the thing is just that when I from the beginning know that some units automatically not work because they have not a high win chance, you know, then why should I do this? I rather experiment something different. Maybe I was talking here a little bit too much. This guy seems to know the game. The upgrade unfortunately was also a bit wasted. This guy, this Hira, oh no, he makes Ruchus. Yeah, I think we are fine. Maybe I take second. You know, I'm kind of course everyone I like more some stuff where you know, like, I don't know, it happens very rare in Desert Strike, but I wanted to say that when you out-mind game your opponent, this has, in my opinion, some master class. When you, for example, do something and with it you force your enemy to do something what you want, and then on this you make the counter units. Something like this, you know. Oh, there's... Yeah. What else I can say? This is completely random match. Absolutely nothing special. My strategy right now, a strategy that is, in my opinion, very, very popular meanwhile, build tier 1 zealots and then probably transfer to carriers. I probably even will skip the Archons. I'm not sure, it will depend on the situation. Because why I want to skip them? Because for tier 2 units you get only 60% back of your money when you sell it. But when you sell tier 1 upgrades units, then you get 70% back. Yeah, these guys are doomed. This sucks very hard for Protoss, because he actually can do nothing. He faces Terran in the previous wave with mass Marines, and then he faces Protoss. He actually can do nothing. He can transfer to carriers, but then there are Marines. Air, he can forget. He can continue to do zealots, but they actually also die. I don't know, it's very, very tricky, this situation for him. Maybe I can tell you some trick. Some easy mathematics that you can apply to Desert Strike. For this you only need calculator to do the things very fast. For example, we want to know how many carriers we can get from this. If we sell every zealot. So we have in one row, we have 8. This is 16, this is 24. Then we have 24, 32. Number of your units, in this case 32, multiply with the costs. So we have 32 multiply with 95. And now you want to see how much, like this is percentage calculation. And now you want to see how much minerals would I get back from it. For each selling, you get, you get 70%. So 32 multiply with 95 and now multiply with 0.7. This is the calculation. Let me quickly see whether you can see it. I guess you cannot see it. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, and we get 2128. 2128. This is around 4 carriers. You can additionally divide by 590. This is 3.6. Actually, I mean, oh fuck this. I don't want to think long. I just want to end this game as fast as possible. And I believe this is the way. With carriers, you, I would say, very, very rare do something wrong. Because later they get only stronger and stronger. And if you reach some critical mass, like 7, let's say, I mean, in my opinion, critical mass is already, I would say, 5, 6, even 3 carriers with +3 can deal very, very serious damage. I can just quickly upgrade them. Yes, we see they even beat BCs. Okay, yeah, what do we have? 40 minutes. Yeah, I think it's okay. Alright, thank you for watching, my friends. I hope you enjoyed. Stay healthy, curious, motivated, and see you in the next videos. Thanks for the replay, Elemento. I hope you unlike me, noticed every step what Didi was showing you, because this is very important if you want to improve your gameplay, if you want to, you know, constantly, you know, learn and through it grow and, you know, improve your skill. Then Didi is the best idol to who you can look up, you know. Yeah. Thanks for watching, my friends. See you in the next videos. Goodbye. Or good night. Or both. See you.